Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Right, so we're only missing Adel and we could.
I don't have a time.
Yep. Hola.
I just know Portuguese now.
Sí, mi amigo.
I need a target.
That's fucking Spanish.
You're fine with yellow. Hola.
Don't be an ninja, please.
What? Being in Andra, man, it's a burden.
Yes,
It's not easy.
not something one wishes upon another.
Como voce esta.
Una cerveza, por favor.
El gusto de invadir.
Dude, that's the only sentence I'm able to speak in Spanish.
Wow, yeah, 4 paladins. That's a... I guess we have a free blessing. I just don't know what that the fourth blessing should be.
Sanctuary.
Yeah.
You can get Salvation, Kings, Might, and Light. And instead of Salvation, you can get the Sanctuary shit.
I would like to have wisdom.
Yeah, I could actually use some wisdom as well.
Nope.
I think everyone here should use some wisdom.
Okay, everybody get here. We will be leaving very soon. It's almost 8.
I'll get some might. Huge improvement.
Could we summon Set and Adel? Thank you. And thank you again. Alright, just to summon Adel then, and we'll summon Set after. just doing a ready check to see who is here, and we will start pulling. Remember your sheep targets. Salad, you're on star, and Sorelis, you're on moon. We will be pulling skull and cross to the stairs. A little bit further. So Sylvia, you're on cross, I'm on skull. Right, Tony. Watch out for the blade. When he drops it near you, you just move out of the way. Okay, move out if it's on you. Wait. If you can resheep, it would be nice so they don't break the patrol.
If we reshoot them, the patrol will come.
Oh,
30 seconds. That's fine.
it will be close.
Remember, guys, don't cast if he's got his debuff up.
We'll just do it with the cyclone, just like Mocha did last time. It worked perfect. We might need it on star.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Just
Just cycle, it's fine.
perfect. Perfect. Remember to dispel when they do their frost check. Dispel. Perfect. Go for unmarked. Go for the Hound Master.
One second.
Alright, marks are up. Pulling them down. Guys, I just said pulling them down, so you don't just go all out. The cycle.
Cyclone.
Wonderful. Try to shoot the mages.
Yeah.
That's just have it.
No
Go now,
separation.
go now.
Good job, Alicia. Just focus the champion, move away from the blade, just throw it, move away from the blade. Just focus down the champion.
Sheep loose.
It's fine, just keep the other one.
Linus.
Don't shoot. Just let's just keep it. Kill the blood mages out. Alright, rest it up. Alright, let's pull.
I think you have Crusader around.
Mages, okay.
He did it on purpose for faster progression, faster clear.
Wouldn't be the same without it. No.
Yeah.
Blade. Nip it out. Okay, get ready for the cycle.
Cyclone?
This one. No. Perfect. Well, we're gonna pull these back. So just make sure to kill the Flayer first. Sylvia, you can just tank cross. Just be near me, and whenever the skull fixates on another, just taunt. And we're gonna pull them back. So get ready. Burst it down. Let's go fast. I'm gonna pick up Star, so there might be skeletons, but we'll have.
Back here.
Okay, now we're gonna wait for the patrol. It's the same deal, just dispel. Move a little bit back, Sylvia.
Dispel.
Cross.
Dispel.
Move out of volley. Alright, so for the Weapon Master, if he's in Berserker stance, I might be needing a lot of healing because he does a shit ton of damage. So, Pumpkin, I want you to tank the ads, and Sylvia, if you can just grab a few of them as well, just tank them away from where I'm going to be on the left side. Alright, let's go.
He's in defensive stance.
Okay, you can start, yes. Which, okay.
Leather workers who actually shamans. Just roll on it if you've got leather working and you want them. Ah, there's the mobs up, sorry.
Cycle. Beautiful.
So, no other leather worker interested than Lilo and Invoker?
I can't attack that.
Congrats, Lilo.
Rats.
Since it's PoE, if you want it crafted, just message Lilo. Dispel. Dispel again.
Okay, now hug the left side.
Yes, but you are losing all your rage when you're shifting. So when you're at 100 rage, the dispel is worth more than your shapeshift.
You don't have to take those. Goddamn.
It just takes a few seconds or so.
You've got a chance to drop gems, man.
Not that nice.
And the ring.
And the mark.
Alright, let's leave out the bosses then entirely and just do the trash.
Sure, we can do Black Temple trash runs. No problem, I'm up for it.
Well,
Get the skull shield. Shield of mages.
Shoot the death shape. Oh, we have perfect, nice reaction. Sylvia, you can take star now. So, Nylan, is your first time Black Temple in general, or just for a long? Nylan, can you hear me?
He's
Yeah,
too many AFK.
Okay.
did you say anything?
Okay, so at Zeron Warfield, we will be having souls spawning on a random player. So that means once the timer starts, you have 1 minute, and then you will turn into a ghost. You will see the debuff on your screen, and if we can have someone calling out who is the target, just make sure that when there is around 20 seconds left, you have to 20 to 25 seconds, you have to run up to the left corner here. I will just mark myself on the star. If you look back, jumping. Once the timer runs out, you'll become a ghost, and 4 skeletons will spawn. You will need to kill these skeletons really fast because they will be going for random raid members, and they will just start attacking and killing them. And we don't want that. So we need RNG to have those who are really good at handling them the first time, so they can help with the others. So you'll get an extra action bar once you turn into a ghost. So that means that, if I remember correctly, 5 is AoE damage. So once you become the ghost, immediately start up with an AoE damage. Make sure to always be in front of the ghost, so you don't stand behind them. So you have a clear overview of where they are, and so you have a nice crowd control. So 5 is AoE damage, 4 is Frost Nova. So you might want to pop a Frost Nova afterwards, so you keep them in place. Then you have 3, which is the Ice Lance, and it slows. It's a single target, and it slows the individual skeleton. So you might want to Ice Lance each of the skeletons once. Once you've done that, you just follow it with an AoE damage again, Frost Nova, and you repeat. And then you can just single target them when they are at low HP. Just keep in mind that you won't be a ghost forever, so you might want to do it fast. And if you have time, you can go and help the other one, who will also be going in that specific corner you are in. An important note is that you always have to make sure that they're not close to the boss or the raid members. So always, if there is someone running faster than the others, you have to grab that one and just slow it with your Ice Lance and try to keep them in place. But it's really important that they die before they reach the stairs, pretty much. So, and if they do, just nuke it down fast. Because if we are so unlucky that a few skeletons will be there and hitting the target who has the debuff next, if that person dies within the raid, then you will have 4 skeletons spawning in the raid, and it's a wipe. So we need to have that in focus. We will be dispelling. I can't remember the name of the Incinerate. Yeah, you need to dispel it ASAP because it does a lot of damage over time. There will be a lot of raid damage, shadow damage especially, so you need to be on your toes on the healing. And if we can have someone announcing who will be the next ghost, would be lovely. Ninandra or whoever feeling they are.
I can do it.
I can do it, what's the problem?
Yeah.
All right. And if we can have a rotation on soul stoning people, preferably healers, depending on who will be targeted. But just make sure to keep an eye out who will be getting it, and just Kilgras and Seb just make a rotation who is first.
Yes. Yep.
He hits like a truck, so I need to have my full avoidance gear on. I don't want to be crushed for 22k again. So you need to watch Omen. I won't be producing that much threat since I'm not in my threat gear. So Lilo with the first MD, followed by Frost Sag 10 seconds after, and I'll be tanking him on top of this staircase. So and the raid can just move inside the circle where he is. Just spread out a little bit. And yeah, that's basically the fight. But let's just let's go ahead. I'll do a ready check.
Focus, guys, don't over aggro, and focus as a ghost. We'll kill him.
So Nylan and Ado, your main focus will just be on me, and then Liverpool and Morgan just hot up sometimes, and the rest just focus on.
Roger.
Okay, sip of beer. Just say when you're ready.
What are we waiting for? Our hand is missing stamina.
And the zip of beer hasn't pressed yes on the ready. Zeb, are you ready?
BDC.
All right. Oh yeah, I can see that. Okay. All right. Welcome back, Zibo. It's been a while. Full 20 seconds. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. Remember, I'm not producing that much threat, so you need to just relax a little bit.
Andros, you got Siga. Don't we always?
Let's just wait. Okay, get the constructs, get the right. Fast.
Liverpool to the corner.
Up terrorism now, but you need to watch out. So Kilgras,
One more construct. Yeah, I have constructs.
there is still a construct hitting the raid, so you need to go inside the circle, kill it, please. You can't have one going randomly. Always make sure that there isn't one in the room. It's the most important.
He'll start moving.
That's
Okay, we need to battle res. Sylvia, can you battle res Liverpool?
We have no heals and we're both ghosts.
Olk. Olk in the corner. Atheist is dead.
the eye up.
So what was the problem?
We had a bunch of healers at first. Got Sigurd in Highland and Idle.
I think both me and Hilo was close at the same time, so the guy's main healing.
The initial two on the right. This way.
Do we have a DI? Well, it was just a tryout, so let's do it proper this time. It happens. It happens. Don't worry. How much is the cooldown for a soulstone?
30 minutes.
Okay. Never mind. And I don't have any shield wall up. I had to use both my shield walls, my last stand, and my insignias. I only have the insignia up.
Or
Nope. The bug again? No.
hit back then. Enter.
I'll need a summon.
The debuff of Terran, is it magical source or is it a curse or what is it?
I think it's magic. Do you mean the incinerate? It's magic.
It's magic, right?
The dispel one, the fire dispel.
That's
magic.
magic, yeah. Won't kill anyone.
So how many soulstones do we have left?
No. I think.
Yeah, we have none. How many BRs do we have?
I think, Sylvia used his and Oak, so we only have Liverpool and Mocha. But Mocha will be busy healing along with Liverpool, so we need to be very lucky. Oh, Sylvia, you also have. Okay, so we have 3. Okay. Remember, guys, it's not an easy boss, so we need to be focused up for the 6 to 7 minutes it lasts. So we need to have the ghost handling very perfectly, and the healing has to also be very, very good.
Remember, kill the constructs. Don't let them come to the raid, and yeah, focus up on dispelling, healing. Don't let Atheist die, and we can kill him. Focus up.
Kelvin, say when you're ready. Alright, everyone is ready, so MD up.
Marco, start moving in 3 seconds.
Okay, get the construct. If you got Shadow ready, use it. Just anything that reduces your threat.
First second, no.
First second, go.
The healers.
Kiuna, move.
Kelly is up present.
With the construct. Another set of constructs. Okay, just nuke them down. Nuke them down. Recuperate.
Or wait.
It's a weapon.
Why do we have constructs?
3 healers dead on the right.
Okay.
Too many constructs.
I don't know. Okay, who went? Okay.
I'll DI.
So what went wrong here?
Yeah.
I'll
Just tell me what went wrong here.
So first of all, people were running to the wrong side with their ghosts. Second, battle reses should not be wasted for DPS, just for the healers. So there was no need to battle res Marco. And we should be way faster to battle res killed healers. I saw Siga BRT and Adel being dead for at least half a minute or more. So that should be way faster.
To wait for a minute, right? So they get out of ghost phase. So it's
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I counted that in.
All right.
You always run in the left side to the left side in that corner where I'm pinging now. So don't run to the wrong side. And remember,
Yeah,
you have this like cross nova
You
ability
actually
on the
pinged the wrong
ghost.
side, so just say.
I basically, well, I showed you before we started. I set the left side, and I jumped there, so I don't see why people should run to the other side. There's a reason why we're just sticking to one side, so people don't get confused. Seems rather silly to choose another side when one specific side has already been announced. So please, it's not rocket science, you know this. Just do your best and don't be a rebel. Don't do the opposite of what's being said.
Just clarify it one more time. Which one is the correct side?
The correct side, I will, when I'm rest, I will show you. I will mark myself with a star.
it's where is the red
I will
star?
run over.
You will start jumping.
Okay, Ninan, yes. Here.
So it's the right side.
Right side when you enter the room, and the left side when you're facing terror.
Exactly.
Everyone other than Atheus.
But yeah, since I'm not running, I'm just saying it from your perspective. Are you on Discord, Kiona? All right. Well, I announced it before we started. Don't worry, don't worry. It's sometimes it just feels like I'm talking to myself. It happens quite often where I say something and people do the exact opposite. And it's not the first time; it happens very often. So please, I'm not saying this just to, I'm saying it because it's good to have some static objectives instead of just randomly doing stuff. Okay, so let's summon Liverpool.
He's here.
And Fafa.
Remember, guys, use your Frost Nova ability to slow down those bone guys, and then just nuke them.
I'm not sure that works.
Constructs.
I don't think. Well, we can target them then, anyhow. So.
3 is Iceland, so it's single target. 5 is AoE damage, 4 is Frost Nova. So you start up with an AoE damage, then followed by a Frost Nova. You single target each of the 4 skeletons. Then you do an AoE, then you Frost Nova. Just keep them intact. At least try to. Sep, say when you're ready.
Yeah, just checking how many reses do we have?
Yeah, who has their battle res ready? I think it's down to a minimum now. So Liverpool,
Let's save it for an AoE healer.
okay. So yeah, we're basically only saving it for healers.
So we have 2. Okay.
All right then. Let's just go and we'll see how it fares. If it fares badly, we'll just wait for this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Lilo.
Healer run, healer run.
Constructs Missouri.
What's the problem with the construct? We can wipe it again. I don't know, guys. What's no, don't battle rest. It's wasted. It's wasted.
Just like
Why are there so many constructs alive and running to the raid and always killing Siga? I don't get it. Don't you know the keybinds? If yes, just ask.
just speak up. Whoever was on the construct, just speak up. Because I don't want to waste all night on this. If you can't speak up, then I'll find out who it is, etc. So just speak up. If you don't feel confident in the ghost handling, just feel free to whisper me.
But yeah.
Use 4 to freeze them, and then Spirit Volley and Spirit Lance.
Yeah, the initial part is fine. The thing you need to realize that the AoE is based around you, so you need to move while you are killing the constructs. So when they are close to the raid, you can cast the AoE again. It's not a matter of order here, just a bit of realizing that the AoE is around you, so you need to move with the constructs while you are killing them.
So can anybody tell me who was on the ghost?
I think Lilo was.
Okay, so what was the problem? Just tell me. I'm not angry or anything. I just want to know what was the problem. Was it the rotation?
It says a
Is it-
told you. The thing is, you need to move with them. Yeah, yeah, no,
Well, of
that's
course,
fine. It's
of
fine.
course you need to move. It's pretty standard. So if they're running towards others, then of course you need to move. You can't step still. That's pretty simple. If you don't feel confident in the AoE, you can just start off with a Frost Nova and you can just ice lance them to death. Just never let them hit the... Especially not 4 almost full health skeletons. It's not our first time, so please. I hope that people, when we're not raiding, just at least use 30 minutes to read up on the tactics, even though we've done it a few times.
So guys, it's really essential. Just control the constructs. If you control the constructs, we kill the boss. But if we have like, you know, if there's a single construct running to the group, it's okay. You can take a hit. But if there are like four constructs running for like the past 2 tries, you just wipe. Okay, so use the Frost Nova, AoE them, single target them down, use the Frost Nova again and the AoE thing, and it's fine, okay?
Did you say AoE after the Frost Nova?
You can AoE and then Frost Nova.
Never AoE on a Frost Nova because it breaks the Frost Nova. You AoE first if you use it.
AoE, then Frost Nova, and then single target.
And if you don't feel confident in the AoE damage itself, you just use Frost Nova and then you just Ice Lance. And then when Frost Nova is up, you Frost Nova again and you Ice Lance. Only if you're not comfortable with the AoE at first. But you, like I said before, you have to be in front of the skeletons and you have to move with them because they are moving towards the raid. So you're not standing still. The Frost Nova doesn't cover the whole platform. It's just like a mage Frost Nova.
Yeah, just try to move with the constructs, stay as close as possible to them, use the abilities, and they are down. Their HP is really low. Come on guys, focus up. We killed him like, I don't know, 4 times or something like this. We can do it.
Do we have soulstones up yet?
5 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry.
How many battle resistance do we have? Okay, 5 minutes. So let's just wait the 5 minutes up. And we also have the soulstone.
I can't carry any more of those.
Are we waiting now, or what's the plan?
Since there is 5 minutes on one of the battle rests and 5 minutes on the soulstones, we could just wait until there's 2 minutes left and then we can pull because then the cooldown will be ready. Just say when there is 2 minutes left on the soul scout.
Okay, we can go.
All right. MDR.
Better get moving.
Hand Thunderclap duty. I don't need it, but keep it for the healers.
Maybe in Android you might put me back in the group.
Zero, get going.
Zero.
Constructs moving in the right. Okay, kicking the last one. Perfect.
Moving you.
Thanks.
It's too soon.
I'm gonna assess Malta.
Neither left. Sorry.
Kaldros, can you assess Aiden? So Olk, Raz Aiden when he's dead. Okay, assess on Wachali.
Yeah. I got sprint, it's okay.
Okay, perfect.
Want to bloodlust now. Careful, Keller.
Yeah, Harrison. And if you don't have any constructs, you can use one on the ghost on Terra. But it's just if you have a lot of spare time.
I think we're gonna need some DPS. Can you, Sylvia, can you get Ninandra up?
Solar, get moving.
Ninandra,
Ninandra.
thank you. If possible, salvation then on me.
No, you don't need salvation. I don't think
Sorry, man.
I don't think you'll get 300k.
Zack, get moving. Now.
Curse of Adamant. Yavdra's Curse of Adamant.
Get up your cooldowns if you haven't.
What about heroism?
It's up. It's up. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 healers. Okay. If you can battle res and Hogar, whoever has a battle res, just battle res and Hogar.
Go, guys.
Focus up. On your shield. They get the construct.
Okay, construct, guys.
Shield are wearing off. Awesome. Come on, guys. Good.
Focus eating Atheus.
Hands.
Kill him.
Drop, guys.
Messy, but got it.
How can I release the spirit? Ah.
Nice, we got the boots finally.
Gartok, we could use the same approach we use on Ross, you know. The trees doing the AoE on the other group. Where do you want to go about it, to be honest?
All right. Good job on the kill. Like I said, a bit messy, but we did it. That's the most important. So we have the Botanist Gloves of Growth. Since those who has expressed need on it isn't here, so anyone want this for off spec? Then go ahead and roll.
Maybe give it to Liverpool because he's healing for off spec, or maybe Invoke because he's going to go resto.
Well, yeah, that's true. So Liverpool and Invoke roll.
Your corpse isn't even here, and I don't know.
Invoke, roll.
Yeah, Invoke, go ahead and roll. See if you can pass 71.
Okay, give to Liverpool.
All right, congrats, Liverpool.
Rats.
And we have the soft step boots of tracking, since Viola is not here, along with Belladonna. Frossack, I don't know if you already pressed your specific items. Do you need this? I just checked your boots and yeah. I
Then
see.
give it to anyone who's interested.
Oh, no.
Okay. So anybody wants these boots? I find it funny that we wipe a few times and nobody needs the actual item, the boss drops. Yeah.
The items are linked to the performance, man.
Yeah. So nobody wants this, even for just off spec, whatever. Or is it a disenchant?
26, right?
The soft step boots of tracking. All right, nobody expressed an interest, so grabs disenchant.
Give to Lilo then.
Okay, grabs Lilo.
Rats.
And we are going Bloodborne now, just so when we kill him, we don't need to. Well, no, let's just do souls, since they will reset tomorrow anyways. We don't have to worry about the packs.
Powers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, go. Keep moving. We don't have time to waste. We still want to kill 6 out of 9 or 7 out of 9.
I like your face.
Nylan, on the trash, you see those gigantic running guys called Behemoth, whatever th. They've got two abilities, it's random. First, there could be a guy where you have to stack because he's casting a meteor, like the guys from Alcatraz, you know? Those flaming guys, then you have to stack. And the other kind of them is like they got an AoE stun. So you have to either stack on each other or you have to spread out.
Alright.
Yeah, so basically the meteor is like the infernal in Alcatraz. So whenever it casts meteor, you just hug. So basically you just hug when it's a meteor at all time until it's dead, and when he stuns the AoE stomp, you just move away from melee.
Alright.
Okay, guys, go move. We still have got many people behind. We could have killed 2 trash bags until now.
Okay, so for hibernate targets, we have Ulk on triangle. We have Malka on purple. We have the regular sheep targets along with tanking targets. So Lilo, if you can MD the unmarked to me, and Frostsack MD the square to Pumpkin Pie. Remember, we will be pulling them back. So just wait with only the mages will see them until they are. I'll just wait until the behemoth makes his second round.
Okay, let's wait until the behemoth is gone, and then we can start.
I need a target.
Alright, MD's up.
Let's go. We pull the behemoth.
Okay, what happened here?
Pull the behemoth, don't know how.
Yeah, I know, but we pulled him back, so how could it possibly get over here? Just speak up. Who pulled it? I'm serious. I want people to talk. I don't want people to just do something and then just stay silent. It's ridiculous.
Did we have a few target?
Chill, man, chill. That wasn't it.
Did we have a fear target?
No, we never use fear.
I need a target.
It's all good, guys. Just focus up and don't try to ask pull anything. You know, this is T6. If you ask pull anything, we wipe, and this makes
the thing is,
10 minutes of time.
the thing is, we've been doing this so many times. I don't understand why it happens. I mean, it's almost every time that we wipe due to something ridiculous. It should be something that has, I don't know how to put it, but yeah, let's just.
Now what? Don't touch me.
We are raiding, so you don't just randomly go AFK. You've had plenty of time before the raid. We only have 3 hours in total, so no AFKs. Especially now when we are wiping on easy stuff.
Wait until the left behemoth is gone, and then go pull. Wait, atheist?
I don't have a
Okay guys, focus now. Run back, run back.
Don't break the CC.
You don't need to hibernate to prep like that.
Job guys, focus up. Switch targets if you see the shield wall is up. Do you remember what kind of ability the behemoth used?
I was stunned.
What?
I was stunned.
Stun.
Ah, okay, so we have to spread.
Does he always use the same?
It's
don't
either
know.
meteor or stuff. It's fine.
So yeah, he's always using the same.
That was not the stun one. We
It was.
pulled the left one.
So good, get the skull, get the skull. He's like meteor. Meteor,
Stack
stack
up.
up. Are we doing ROS?
Come again, sorry.
Are we doing Blood Bowl or Essence of Souls now?
The souls first.
Okay.
I need a target.
Okay, Mark's up.
Focus up, guys, and let's go. Switch target, shield wall is up. Other shield wall is up. Get blue down. So for phase 1, Kiuna and Fuga interrupting, phase 2, Marco and me. Kiuna, could you call out interrupts, please?
Get up, Ninandra.
Remember on the gauntlet, don't do nasty AoE, just kill the marks and keep on moving, okay?
So just a quick recap on the actual boss fight for an island. We will be encountering three different phases. The first phase is, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a nuke phase. You're not able to heal, so you can just I know you're holding it, but just use your holy shot or whatever. Just help a little bit with damage. We need to burst it down somewhat fast. Because you're not able to heal, so you will be targeting the one closest to him. So I will be attacking first, and then on the first enrage it's Kiona. Then Pumpkin Pie will tank when he's not in rage afterwards if I get too low, and then Marco will be a backup for the second enrage. But we should have enough DPS to kill him before we reach 2 enrages. So for the important one is the second phase, Essence of Desire, and it is very important that our interrupters, they will interrupt the spirit shocks at all times and don't kick the deaden. It has to be reflected onto the boss, and it is very important there. So be mindful of your interruptions, keep Curse of Tongues up, and mind-numbing poison, just anything. For our mages, just remember to spell steal the shield as soon as it pops up, just so the interrupters can also interrupt the spirit shock that comes usually afterwards. That's basically it. Don't kill yourself. 50% of the damage done will be reflected to yourself. Just do a bit above average damage. Don't go all out.
Controlled chaos, guys.
And then finally, the third phase, which can be sometimes annoying. Pumpkin Pie will start the initial aggro. Once he has aggro, I will then taunt off with his back against you. then you'll have to wait with damage because you'll get a debuff that increases your threat for 200%. That means you wait until the debuff runs out, then you start damage. And by that time, I should have enough aggro. And I will be stance dancing since his soul scream. If I have above 60 rage, each rage deals, I can't remember how much, 400 damage. So that means I will take a lot of damage if I have a lot of rage. So I need to stance every 10 seconds pretty much. So just be mindful of your threat. It's a DPS race, but you still need to watch it a bit. Just use your threat reducing abilities somewhat soonish so you don't know backbone. And yeah, that's basically it. And you just have to nuke him. So we save heroism for once the debuff runs out in third phase. And just remember your MDs, it's the same. You can use MD on the second phase and also on the third phase. Don't use it on the first. Also on the gauntlet, remember to move with me, star. We will do 3 hit stops. So just make sure to kill skull and cross first, and then we will start moving, and then you have to kill the triangle. We need to kill all 3 because they are binded to this location. So if it's still alive, then when new ones will pop, they will aggro us. So we need to kill them before they actually, before we start moving too far.
Okay, since Epifron usually heals the third group, I think we should have Maka do it this time. And then Liverpool can heal the fourth because it's a bit easier to keep the mages up. So
Yeah,
Liverpool focus on group 4, Maka focus on group 3. Oh, they got it? Okay, okay.
Perfect. I love to hear that. Because, yeah, I have no idea on the healing in here. So that's very good that you take initiative to do it by yourself. Then one less burden is off my shoulders. How convenient.
Let's go focus up, guys.
We're still missing phase 3.
Come again?
Phase 2 is done. We're still missing phase 3.
No, I announced phase 3.
Not yet, for the healers.
Oh, for the healers, sorry. Well, basically, we will have Nylan and Adel primarily focusing on me since they are single target healers. And then Vacelli, Liverpool, Malka, Siga, they will mainly be focusing on the raid. Maybe throw in a few hots now and then on me, but just mainly focus on the raid. But we should have enough damage to kill him before it starts getting too much. But we'll see.
Frossack, you ready?
Alright, everyone is ready, so run with me.
More.
Don't cross after.
Kill the cross. Heal up. Then you kill triangle. Okay, you have to move.
Triangle first.
Hit triangle first. Huh?
On the corner.
Okay, square, then followed by cross. Okay, then you target the unmarked. We'll move.
Can we battle res Morka?
First one.
Mocha, Flowstack, Eagle, you have to run in. Kill these fast.
Everyone who is not able to be rest, just run in and let's get us.
What's next?
I remove your toe.
Get the totems back, please.
You're fast.
Okay, stack up. Everyone who's missing type 1, 2, 3.
And just make sure that don't move or run up, don't run down, just stay. Buffer. Okay, getting a Hellstone is like finding Waldo. You have to be lucky. Alright. Mine no important for sure.
Okay, Kiuna and Toga first interrupt, Marco and me on second. Kiuna, please call it out.
Oh well.
Alright. Everyone is ready. Going in 3, 2.
You forgot the one.
Cages.
Very.
That's how he gets all the levels. Focus up now.
Maybe the charges now.
Remember to dispel. Enrage coming soon. Kiona, move in. By the way, sexy helmet. Okay, move out. Perfect. Now looking down. Remember to stack and start. Okay, good job.
The construct.
And remember, don't kick the dead. I will say whenever dead is.
Kick number 2. Next kick for group 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick is for number 1.
Don't kick the dead.
My bad, sorry.
Still number 1 for next kick. Next kick is number 2. Next kick number 1. Kick number 2. Kick number 1, next one.
Deadness up.
Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick for number 2. Next kick number 1.
Deadness up.
Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2.
Don't kick the dead, please. It's the second.
Next kick still number 2. Next kick number 1.
Dispel next shield.
Next kick number 1.
Dispel it.
It's a light. Okay, so this time 2 deadens were kicked. I saw one kicking at 20% cast. I don't know why. It's not your first time, so please.
Do you have it, Matao?
It's up, it's up.
Yeah, usually what I saw here, it's the kick out too soon. We need to wait just a little bit and make sure it's not dead.
It's fine. Next try we kill it. Just focus on the spirit checks.
Okay, the summon. I accepted the summon, and now I'm just floating. And now I'm in Terracotta Forest.
Discover the secret passage.
Yeah, the Corona got me. Thank you. All right, I'll say it again. Essence of Desire. There are 3 things to look out for. Spirit Shock has to be interrupted. The Deadened should not. I repeat, the Spirit Shock should be interrupted. The Deadened should not. There's a reason why we put up Curse of Tongues, so you are able to see what is being cast. Instead of kicking at 20%, you have to wait until it hits around 50 to 60%, maximum 70, and then you kick.
Focus up, guys, you can do it.
I can't attack that.
All right, everyone is ready. Going in 3, 2, 1.
Pain and suffering are all that we have.
Rage soon. Okay, Kiana to go. Perfect transition.
Begin.
Beautiful. Also, the reason why my threat is not that high on desire is because I need 25 rage on the spell. So I need to save up rage for actually pulling it out. So you need to be aware. Focus up, guys. We got this. And girls.
And demo shot group 2.
Next kick for number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2.
Sorry.
Next
Okay,
kick number 1.
I'm not gonna say anything now.
Next kick 2.
If you really make the same mistake after I said it multiple times, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
bother. It's like I'm talking to a wall. So go ahead, do your thing.
I hope I'm not DI'd too far away from the... I'm gonna... Okay. Should I wait? Oh.
Better do it now. I mean, if you're gonna pull. I have a soul stone. Anyhow.
Okay, I'm trying. We're good.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
All right. So I'm gonna stop talking to the wall. You'll just do your thing. I'll just tank. I'll just spell reflect. You can do whatever you want. I'm pretty tired of constantly saying one thing and you mess that one thing up. That's straight up ridiculous.
There is an approximate cooldown when the dead will come up. Do you want me to announce dead and soon? Or
The data?
there's a
No,
button
because
on
you
the...
can't really rely on it 100%. Because once the cooldown runs off, she can sometimes do a spirit shock before the dead. So they should just look at the text. It says deaden on it. She has Curse of Tongues on, meaning you can see what she's casting. Plain and simple. I don't want to be the angry guy, but if it happens constantly, I'm getting pretty tired of it. It's waste of time, and it's not needed. I know mistakes happen, but come on, you can't make mistakes all the time.
It's all good, guys. Just focus up now. Everyone makes mistakes, but let's try to improve, okay? So this time we kill him, and it's fine.
You're in trouble.
All right, everyone is ready. Going in 3, 2, 1. Enrage 2. Okay, take on it. Perfect.
In.
Okay, focus up.
Next kick, group 2. Next kick for number 1. Next kick, number 2.
Curtain is up.
Next kick, number 1. Next kick, number 2. Next hook run. Next kick for number. Next kick for number.
Curtain is up.
Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2. Next number 1. Next kick number 2. Next is number 1.
Curtain is up.
Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick for number 2. Next kick number 1. Next number 2. Next number 1.
Curtain is up.
Next number 2. Number 1 next. Number 2 next one.
Okay, so Liverpool, Resninalva, Celia,
Release a card.
just when you get mad, and everybody.
Check.
Please stamina buff.
Good job on the second.
Focus up, guys. We got this. Don't over aggro.
Back, back, back.
Don't DPS until we are not ready anymore.
Stunned.
No DPS, no DPS. Hold your decks.
Like this. Okay. Wait.
Let's go.
Go.
Terrorism?
Terrorism every group. Let's go. Wait 10 seconds. Nah, never mind.
Oh, sorry.
Why did Atheist die?
It was the soul scream. The timer is ridiculous.
Wait, I used the divine intervention, but
No. I just the timer is off sometimes. So when the cooldown is off, you can just either do it 2 seconds after or 3 seconds after. It's a bit of a roulette. But good to see a solid face too.
I need a target.
Seven. I might need another summon. I got the same floating. Just wait. Okay, now. We're gonna try something else with Pumpkin Pie tanking the third phase. So I'll get the initial aggro and then he'll taunt up.
on this phase, he just ran straight to consecration. Didn't even get a tick. Holy fuck.
So basically, I'll just start with a devastate, and then you can just talk it after. But how does it work on a paladin? Doesn't he do the?
That's also scream weapons, but it's 0.5 damage per mana. I have at most 6k mana, so it's 3k tops.
Oh, okay. Then it's a lot better to do it with paladin because it does a lot more for rage. Something to remember. But yeah, the timer is way off because I usually switch when it's at when the debuff actually stops, and then he just hits me one time, and then he just pops his soul scream, and then I can't really do anything. So let's try it with you. It seems more efficient to do with a pallet. Sure, kill.
Summon Layla.
Oh yeah, something.
Focus up, guys. Solid phase 2. We can get it down now. That's fine.
Yeah, it was a good try.
Just a bit unlucky on phase 3.
No.
Good job on phase 2.
You get 200% aggro, so no. You have to wait until it's off. Even, I mean, if it's a paladin or a tank or a warrior, it doesn't matter. He still needs to go flat. Well, if you are sure you're not over aggroing while you have the debuff, then of course. It's up to each individual to look at where the aggro point. Yeah, everybody put their root sandstorm on, and just by putting it on, we will kill them. Just keep it.
Small light instead. Sorry.
What's your
Small light.
Small light.
I'm pumpkin pie.
Yeah, he will be taking the third hit. Okay, everyone is ready. Going in 3, 2.
Sneaky again.
See who is woke.
Art of being a rogue.
Great. Oh. Good job.
Wait hand. Okay, now? focus up, guys.
Next kick, group 2. Next kick, number 2, next one. Number 1, next one.
Deadness up.
Next kick, number 2.
What's your help?
Number 1, next one. Next kick, number 2. Next kick, number 1. Next kick, number 2.
Deadness up.
Next kick, number 1. Next kick, number 2. Next one. Next kick, number 2. Next kick, 1.
Deadness up.
Next kick, 2. Next kick, 1. Next kick, 2. Next kick, 1. And next kick is 2.
Deadness up.
Next kick, 1. Next kick, 2. Next kick, 1. Good job.
Good job.
Guys, focus up.
I want to alienator now. Yeah.
You're not using annihilator, okay.
Okay, so I'll just hit him once and then just make sure to
No,
stand.
yeah. Wait a
Her
second.
back, his back. Yeah.
Hold your dicks, hold your dicks. Go, go!
There is.
Watch your axle, watch your back.
Guys, no damage, no damage, no damage. Continue, continue, continue.
All right.
No DPS.
This for me.
So we've got reincarnation.
I don't think we have anyone.
Locks are not.
Never mind. We're all yeah.
So everyone running? Or what's the plan?
I guess.
Yes, I'm here. What's up? Well, as a paladin, it's not that easy to get a lot of aggro in a short period of time.
Killing my mana there.
Yeah, that's the thing. So either way, he's a douche.
Goddamn.
Now you see what I struggle with.
But Keldros wasn't above Pumpkin, I think, so.
Well, he got the aggro, so he was.
No, he wasn't. I watched yesterday's video also. Same thing. Without anyone being above you, someone aggro. So there's a problem with this boss. I think we should start at 40k instead of 30k this time.
That sounds like a good option for sure.
Watch out for the behemoth.
I'm gonna change something on the gear. See if it helps.
The thing is about the MDs, I'm not sure if Frostag or Lilo is doing it, but once I taunt the boss off while you have the save, Lilo, you should MD. I don't know if you MD while you have the save, but if not, you should do, because you have 200% extra aggro, meaning it will complement my current aggro.
So who's gonna tank this time?
Well, I'm gonna touch it.
Okay, so MDs after atheist taunts.
Yeah, and I need to be somewhat topped off all the time because he hits. I mean, since I'm stancing, I'm not able to use shield block all the time, and he crushes for 13k. So if I need to dodge the shock, the soul scream, I have to be constant. No, we are going reliquaries.
New big healthstone, please.
Okay.
Don't touch what you can't afford.
Focus up, guys. It was close. Now we killed. It's so good. What are we waiting for exactly?
Alright, everyone is ready, so let's go.
Skull is dead. Cross.
Over.
Start moving. Get down triangle. Okay, kill one of the just kill one of them.
Okay, is everyone here? Buff up, focus up. Remember phase 2. Who's taking a phase 3 though?
I am.
Okay, remember misdirect when you've got this 200% extra threat buff in the beginning. It's like free threat.
Okay, buff up the remaining. Let's focus up. We got 30 minutes. So let's at least kill some. Alright. Going in 3, 2, 1. The race goes in. Kill let's take over. Good job.
Hunters, we have light now. We don't have salvation.
Hand commanding shot.
Next hit number 2.
It's on.
Someone.
Curse
Next
elements,
hit number
guys.
1. Next hit number 2. Next number 1.
And
Who is it?
Dead is on.
Next hit number 2.
do you have the forest?
You are on me, Silver.
Next hit number. Next hit number 2. Next kick 1. Next kick 2.
Dead is on.
Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2.
Strong.
number 1 next. Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2.
10 is up.
Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1.
10 is up.
Next kick number 2. Next kick 1. Next kick 2.
Next shield.
Next kick number 1.
12 minute.
Well, the next one.
Next kick number 2.
Okay, 10 is up.
Help.
Next kick 1.
It's a while.
He's on cooldown.
Mine too.
Yeah, me too.
Perhaps.
Okay, so what went wrong with the shield? We have 3 mages.
I got one that resisted.
We can't have 3 mages resisted. That's no. I don't believe all 3 got resisted.
They're rotating in.
We're not rotating ever. First
It would
one
be-
to
It would be
cast
silly
this
to
gets
rotate.
it.
I mean,
No, we're not.
yeah, because if you rotate and one resists, then it's GG. Everybody has to spell stick.
It's the first one that casts.
What exactly killed the hunters? Did they kill themselves?
Well, Frostag, he aggroed the boss. Lilo killed herself.
have to grenade. You can get there.
Now you're in trouble now.
Okay, guys, everyone here? Get your headstones.
Alright, everyone is ready. So flying in 3. Okay, wait. Take your health
Get your
skills.
headstone. Focus
We're
on
in
Going
battle,
three.
we're in battle. Go, 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 go.
Someone.
King range, you want to know? Perfect. You mark them already? Perfect.
Focus up, guys. We got this.
It's your job. Stop that.
Not now, Handhogger. Wait 15 seconds, 10 seconds. Now. Commanding group 2.
Next kick 2. Next kick 1. Next kick number 2.
Deadness on.
Next kick number 1.
Let's chop.
Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick 1. Next kick 2.
Deadness on.
Next kick 1. Next kick 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Still number 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2. Next one is number 1. Next kick number 2.
Deadness on.
Next kick for number 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick 1. Next kick 2.
Next shield.
Left set, watch out.
Next kick 1.
Deadness out.
Latest close.
No, that was close. Good job. Good job.
Oh, you're not. You're taking, right?
I'm tanking.
Shower then.
Hold your dick. Hold your dicks.
Down.
Is that?
Well, that one fast.
The eyes up.
Okay, we got time for one last try, so let's make it.
Live another day. Hello, stranger.
I need a target. I don't have a target.
Thank you. Thanks.
You are too kind.
And this is our last shot.
Couldn't resist, could you?
Yeah, so just use your Drain Soul on the in between the.
The mana goes to.
Let I mention them.
Alright, Ado and Calvin, stay when you're ready. Alright, going in 3, 2, 1. Great, so. Let's go.
Bring in.
Good job.
Wait hand. No.
Enters it on the salvation.
Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick is number 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2.
Head is up.
Next kick for group 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick 1. Next kick 2. Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2.
Head is up.
Next kick number 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick for number 1. Next kick number 2. Next kick number 1.
Head is up.
Next kick number 2. Next kick for number 1.
Very
Well
good.
played.
Right.
Focus up, guys. We got this.
You just say when I should talk.
What the fuck? No, then normal. Go taunt.
No DPS, no DPS.
10 heal. More seconds, 3 more seconds. Wait.
Go.
Wait. No, wait.
Don't wait, go deepest, we will not do this.
Yeah. Just me, come on.
Of shit.
Woo!
God. That's so bad.
That's new.
Yeah, at least we got some new drops.
Good job.
I really hate that it's so random on the soul screen. Puts so much pressure.
Okay. My learning is there for those occasions.
We so often kill bosses on the last right.
Yeah, experts on that.
It's always the same.
Are these good?
What, sorry?
Are these items good?
I don't really know anymore.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I haven't seen items for long.
Better get used to it again.
And it certainly doesn't beat the 4 set, but it's a good set. Obviously, the jewel crafting head as well. But still.
All right. It was a bit messy again, but we did it. So first off, we have the wave vendors. Since it's only Manbo for off-spec Invoke, do you need these shoulders for your resto spec? Well, I can see on your roll that you need it, so congratulations. Since you will be restoration at some point, since it's your main spec.
Rats.
So, yeah. Then we have the Crown of Empowered Adel. Do you want to?
He needs a crown. Give it to him. He needs a crown.
Yeah, and it's a meta gem for him, which means free mana on use. Give it to him.
Yeah.
I'd say you should take it. It's better than the one you have now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, 42 crit rating.
Well, yeah, I mean, we are going for 3 more Archimon kills, so there should be 9 more tokens available. Yeah, we won't be wasting too much time in Mount Ijal because we... Yeah, we're not gonna wait.
There's no discussion. You need this crown right now. It's better than yours. So just take it and get yourself a juicy meta gem and enchant it. It's not that expensive.
Don't be humble.
Take it, use it, free mana. Go.
So basically, the reason why we're not going for a lot of Archimon kills is because for the majority of tier 6 helmets, it's useless. At least that's what I believe. I've been checking up on different specs, and there are helmets that are better for actual tier 6. Take, for example, you have Warriors. We have the Helm of the Illidari Shatterer, and you have the tanking one at Illidan as well. So we basically don't need tier 6 that much. It's mostly for healers and, of course, Warlocks. Mages, they need the Illidari, the one from Illidan himself as well. So mages...
Debatable.
Well, I'd say that the Call of the Illidari High Lord is...
Because of the spirit for the arcanes.
For fire, yeah, but...
Yeah, and we are going to have you going spec fire for Sunwell as well.
Yeah.
It's just the preparation for the upcoming thing. I mean, it's good to have tier 6, and I mean, I'm probably not gonna get it because I'm getting the faceplate of the impenetrable. So yeah. Overall, I just want to say it was a bit messy today. I don't know why, but we killed souls, and we killed Archimon as well this week. So very good job on that. And right before, I mean, a lot of you had already went, but I just want to apologize if I was a bit salty, but you have to realize that it's not easy to, tank along with also having to make everything as smooth as possible. I know mistakes happen, but we need to minimize the mistakes, especially if you want to get to, Mother and Council and then Illidan as well. So just keep in mind, it's nothing personal. I just want people to perform, because whenever we perform, we do amazing. We can have 4 to 5 shitty runs on Council, and then just one good run, we kill him, and we kill them. So just keep up the focus. We only raid 3 hours, so it's not a big deal. We're not in Harmony, who raids 4 days a week, 5 days a week, 4 hours per raid. So if you lack concentration due to 3 hours, then yeah, I don't know what to say then.
You're right, no worries. Don't worry
But
about it.
overall, very good job, especially in the end. Very good on the spell stealing. I know that shit happens. I mean, it happens for me as well. We should just try to just do it a little bit better. We are clearly able to. We can kill Archimon, so yeah. But I won't be talking anymore. So have a wonderful evening, and if you have any questions, feel free to whisper me, and see you later.
Likewise, mate.
See you around.
Thank you. Good night.
Night.